to just say good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to this incredible Laker facility, which we're moving into our new facility in just a couple of weeks. Before I get started, to introduce this incredible basketball player and man and person and husband and father to the Laker organization. First of all, God is so good. We're so blessed to be here today. But we want to congratulate our Summer League team. They did an amazing job last night in winning the championship. And also, I think we have something to build on. But we needed a two-guard, and a special two-guard that can play both sides of the ball, but also has a high basketball IQ, brings some toughness to our team and to the floor. He can guard the one position, the two position, the three position. Man, I should have been playing with him myself then. Almost like Michael Cooper in a sense. And also can hit the three ball and take it to the basket. And just another explosive player that our Lakers will get a chance to play with. And so Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, we didn't think that we would ever have an opportunity to sign a player like yourself. We're happy that you decided to join the Laker organization and the Laker family. And this is a special day for us. Rich Paul, his incredible agent, we want to thank him. And he worked well with us. I mean, this thing took one day, and we made it happen. So, Rich, we want to say thank you for that. Rob's going to introduce his beautiful wife as well as his mother. And God has blessed them to be able to support this decision. So we say thank you to both, but I'm going to let Rob introduce both of you.
Yeah, thanks, everyone, for coming. I think it means a lot to the Lakers family to have our guys come back from Vegas. Literally, the bus just got here to show support for their newest teammate.
Yep.
Having Jay Hart, T. Bryant, B.I., Zoe, Larry, Zoo, Kuz. I think Ju's in the house too, Julius. So that's how things operate here. You know, we're a team and we're family, and I think it means a lot that those guys are here. We wanted to say thank you to Mackenzie for coming. You're a big part of this now,
yep.
Part of our family. To Rhonda, welcome to Los Angeles. It's a blessing to have you a part of things too. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'll start, as I often do with the story. I think I would venture to guess there's people in the room that are familiar with the stories in the book of Genesis, where there was a time when the Israelites were wandering in the desert and all of a sudden bread came down from heaven. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what today feels like for us to have KCP join. Mm-hmm. When Magic and I were really thinking about the architecture around this team and how we wanted to build it, the two of us could not tailor stitch more of a perfect two-guard. He has a mentality that is consistent with what Magic brought to the table, what Kobe Bryant brought to the table. KCP is about winning, and he's about playing the game the right way. And what he'll do for this team, I think, as a leader and with his basketball skills, is going to be so critical to what we're building, and we're so grateful for that. I'll tell Magic, as Magic said too, I think Rich Paul and Farah from Clutch are here today. And I think just their understanding of sort of the free agent market and cap space and all of the things that come into play. When Rich texted me and said, hey, I see you and Magic have been really, really careful with your space. You're being very patient. Let's talk. It was like, you know, a lightning bolt hit us, and we said, gosh, this has to be our focus. We got to find a way. So I want to thank Rich, his partner Mark Termini, and Farah for your guys' efforts in making this happen too. So I think what we saw in Vegas is there is a new energy around the Lakers, and we have to find greatness in the details before we can get another championship trophy, and that's what everyone is committed to here. I know each of our players that are here today are committed to that, and that's what KCP is committed to as well. So we're going to do the photo op now, stand up. We're going to give KCP his jersey, and then we'll have a statement from him and then some Q&A. But it's a big moment for us, so thanks for coming.
Andy, look at Andy. You too short, Andy.
You got the other one. So you can go ahead and...
First of all, I wanted to say, man, it's a blessing to be here. I want to thank Rob, Magic, for giving me this opportunity. To thank my family for being here, supporting me. Also, my new teammates. It's a great feeling, and I feel like I bring a lot to the table. I play both sides of the ball, and I'm ready. So I'm ready to get to it.
I like that.
He's already been working out with the coaches and Gunnar Peterson since he came the other day. So he literally means what he just says.
Kentavious, over to your right. You talked about being a two-way player. What's more important for you personally, to be a better defender for the Lakers or to hit some threes on offense and put some points on the board? I think
just being a better defender. Being great on that end, improving. That's going to bring my offense. I've been rolling that way since I was in college. So.
Hey, KCP, what's up, man? How you doing? Congrats. And I know you've moved on. You got to get ready for the future here and everything with the Lakers and stuff. Is there a level of surprise or shock about how things quickly changed in this league? Basically, you were a Piston, I guess, 10 days ago, and now suddenly you've been Lakers now suddenly. So talk about maybe surprise and shock, how things turned out here.
I feel like I was well prepared for free agency. I understood I was an unrestricted free agent. My team, they prepared me well. So, I feel like we made the best decision.
Kentavious, Mark Medina, LA Daily News. To piggyback on what Rob was saying about you playing the right way, what's kind of the mentality you have with that, and how do you think this applies to this group?
Just by me, any way I can just help my teammates be better, Also just bringing my energy every night, being consistent, and just try not to do much, just play my game, and then also just help in any way I can.
I'll add to that too, because Irvin and I were watching a lot of game film on him as we were preparing for this, and what's amazing is he leads kind of by example, not as much by words. And in the games we would watch, he always would find himself defending the other team's best player. So if he's playing Golden State, he's on Steph. If he's, he'd always find where the ball is, and he would demand that challenge. And that just spoke so much to us, and I think really answers your question, Mark, in terms of his mentality. He wants to dominate both sides of the ball.
And he gives our team versatility. We can cross-match. In today's game, you have to have versatility, and so he gives us that.
Kentavious right here, Eric Pincus, Basketball Insider's Bleacher Report. So did you get a chance to watch the young men play in Las Vegas, and do you feel like you have a sense of how the Lakers want to play, and did anything stand out among these young guys?
Yeah, they play hard. Alonzo, I like the way he was playing. I was always up the court, trying to get the ball out. Everybody was just playing hard, had that mentality like we finna try to go out and win every game. And that's what I bring, a winning mentality.
Hey, KCP, Serena Winters, LakersNation.com. I'm sure you've had a lot of offers from other teams and from teams you could get longer deals with. Obviously, you signed a one-year deal with the Lakers. So I'm curious what it was about, whether it was Magic and Rob's pitch or this organization, that made you feel like this one-year deal was right for you.
Just back to what I just said, man. My team prepared me for the free agency, and we just felt like the decision was best for me.
Question for Rob Pelinka, Vincel's Detroit Free Press. You know, one of the things that you guys did not mention, he's one of the league leaders in minutes played. I guess speak to the talents of having someone who's available, and you can throw him out there 35, 36 minutes, and he pretty much has like an Energizer Bunny, really has a motor that really doesn't stop.
Yeah, great question. I think to Magic's point, we see our whole roster with the guys that are here today, is versatile and interchangeable. We're really trying to move. I think Luke Walton has a vision for positionless basketball. And so not only is he going to play a lot of minutes, but he's going to play a lot of minutes at different positions and do different things. We ran some analytics where he's one of the top performers in dribble handoffs. He's just really efficient. So if our point guard gets to him in a handoff situation, he's going to find a way to be efficient and score. So his game is adaptable. I think when we push the ball ahead, he's going to have a lot more opportunities to finish around the rim. He's not just a catch-and-shoot guy, put him in the corner and spread the floor. We don't see him that way. He's a dynamic attacker, long and athletic. So I think parts and facets of his game that people aren't used to seeing are going to come out and flourish this year.
And then also, too, if we don't defend, we can't run. And we want to run. So we can't do that unless we get stops. So I'm going to love to see him on one wing, B.I. on the other, Ball in the middle, Julius trailing, Lopez trailing after that. Man. That's going to be awesome. Larry Nance. On and on and on. It's going to be awesome. But we got to defend. And he's going to set the tone on the defensive end.
Kentavious right here, Alex Vehar, Antelope Valley Press. To kind of speaking on what Magic just said, run. How do you think your game is going to translate to how this team wants to play?
I think that's part of my game. Just running the wing, defending. Like with me, I'm good for running. I run every day. That's me. I like to run. So we get the rebound, I'm already going down the court. Get a stop, I'm gone. So I just so excited and even just get ready for this season.
Kentavious, Andy Kamenetsky, ESPN LA. You're only heading into your 5th season, but by this team's standards, you're definitely on the older and more seasoned side. What do you think you bring, or what do you hope to bring, just in terms of that experience and how it translates?
I hope it's just leadership, just be a leader. Vocal leader, just trying to figure out.
That's funny. I'm laughing. You're old at 5 years in the league. That's like crazy to me.
Yeah, man. I just hope to bring a leadership. Just try to get the guys' motor going. Try to get them going in different ways. You got to come at people with different ways. You got to figure out how they work. Just being that leader.
Irvin, over here on.
Well, yeah. Oh.
Irvin, I know you watch a lot of ball, college and pro. When were you first aware of him, and when did he first make an impression on you?
It was easy for me. My father, this is his favorite Piston. So it was, he kept calling me, you got to watch this young man, right? And I told him that when we met. I said, my dad was telling me about him a long time ago. And so, and then, you watch as Rich had called us with a possibility that he would, consider us for a one-year deal. So then Rob and I really started watching a lot of film, and we was just blown away by his activity, his basketball high IQ, and his defensive presence, and he's mean. I like that. I wanted somebody mean and tough that we could count on to get that big stop for us, fourth quarter, shut somebody down. And then, you know, as we saw with Kuz, he could get out on that wing and either shoot it from the outside or take it to the basket.
The other quality I think that's really important to note today is, and Magic and I both value this, is the level of respect from other players around the league. You know, his peers, I would put him in the elite category. And when you talk to players, everyone respects him.
Yep.
You know, just the way he works, the way he plays, the way he carries himself. And that's a huge evaluation tool. You know, what are his peers saying about him? And he's unanimously respected.
Yeah. And that we got to steal. That's where everybody calling us. And that's to Rob's point, that because we never thought we'd have an opportunity, but we're so happy. And my dad is happy.
This question is for Magic and Rob. When you just look at free agency as a whole so far, what do you think were the keys in being true to what you're looking for, even as, you know, other teams are making moves during free agency?
Well, Rob talked about patience, so I would say just being patient, understanding that we didn't have to spend the cap space, but if we were going to spend the cap space, make sure it's a player, a special player, and a player that really could bring something that we didn't have already. And KCP is that guy.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that probably people don't know about the front office practice is it's not just who you say yes to, it's also what you say no to. You know, when you're a team with cap space like we had, a lot of stuff is being presented and flashed to you that at the time might look alluring, but you have to have patience and you have to be deliberate and you have to stay in touch with the agent community in terms of the free agents they have. And Magic and I were committed to that throughout the process. And, you know, it led, again, like I said at the beginning, to sort of our perfect scenario.
Kentavious, right here. Shahan at NBCLA.com. Kentavious, what's it like to sit next to Magic as he waxes poetic about your skills and then also acts as a hype man of sorts?
I just tell the truth.
And then also just following up on that, what was the reason for the jersey number?
5 was already taken. No, but yeah, I mean, I played in one in college, so I mean, I posted on my Instagram, yes, a couple of days ago. It's just back to my college days, you know. No, it's a blessing to sit next to a legend.
And it's a blessing to sit next to our new signed free agent, KCP. See, I'm not a hype man. I just tell the truth. But don't get me mad, though. And I'm completely opposite. Like, you know, Lonzo, you know, threw a couple turnovers, so I was upset at him. I'm just kidding. Everybody was like, what Magic talking about? Go ahead.
Magic, you were on the broadcast the other day. You said you'd like to bring in another veteran point guard. What's next for the team? Is the team almost set, or do you feel like the roster has another move or two left?
No, we're looking, you know, to see what we're going to do at that position. And we're hoping in the next, Rob and I, in the next, you know, week and a half that we can, you know, fill that position. And but right now we can't tell you there's a leading candidate or anything like that. Right now we wanted to introduce KCP. We wanted to see what our summer league team was going to do, and we're so blessed that again they won the championship. And we had Zoe win the summer league MVP. We had Kuz win the championship game MVP. We had. I want to give a special shout out to Brandon because he didn't have to stay. And he stayed that 2-week period to be with his teammates, and that showed me the type of leader that he is and that he's going to become. And that first game, we saw that 20-something points. I don't know, was it 29, 26, whatever it was. This guy going to have a season that we're all going to be shaking our heads, because this young man will allow them to play a freer game, and baskets will become easier. So thank you for staying and being with your teammates. That was important. So, Rob, I don't think we had anything new on that.
Yeah, I think in terms of just where our roster is, you guys know there's 15 roster spots available. We have 13 guys. So there's 2 spots that we have, and we're going to complete the roster and fill out the positions in the next week or 2.
Yeah.
Magic, there's so much focus over here. You're right. There's so much focus on where this team's going to be in 2, 3, 5 years. What kind of jump do you think the team can take from last season, now that you've seen what these guys did in Summer League, and then also with Kentavious in the mix?
Yeah, we're already better. The roster is more balanced. It's a balanced roster. We saw the ball movement in Summer League, and that's what we want to see, and Luke wants to see during the regular season. We saw I think whatever we average, I think we were the first team to score over 8, 9 points in Summer League. I mean, so we want to go up and down. I think that Luke, we have also 1 through 15 is going, our practices are going to be amazing. And that will lead to us being better when we hit the games. So we're going to be competitive in practice. And I think Luke is excited about, even the roster we have today. And once we fill in the last 2 guys, I think we're going to have an exciting team. I tell you what, I would not want to miss a Laker game this season, because it's going to be exciting every single night. Just like we saw in Summer League, it was exciting every game. It's going to happen in the regular season, too. It's going to be amazing. So we're excited. We're ready to get going. I mean, I'm tired of press conferences. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get this thing rolling. I'm ready for us to get back to work now in August, and then here come training camp, exhibition season, and then the regular season. So I think also our players have grown. The body fat, you see what Julius is doing. You see what Larry, I mean, everybody's working every single day. So it's an exciting time to be a Laker fan. And all we want to do is just grow and get better. And I think we will.
I'll say this. I think the biggest improvements is there has been a transformation in just the mentality of our team. And we're getting that from outsiders, basketball folks that come in here and say, wow, just the core of your team feels different. When's the last time we've had a press conference when all the players showed up? I mean, that just shows like this is a team of basketball players, guys that want to win and play together and play the right way. That's what we really wanted to do in the draft and free agency, and with the trade we made. We feel like our entire roster now is set with guys that have a genuine basketball mentality that's committed to winning, and I think that's where the improvement is right away.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Magic. It's Lauren Jones from Los Angeles Sentinel. I had to ask you, what would be your definition of success for this season then? You guys are talking about all the preparation that's going into it, but at the end, what would you like to see?
That we just play hard every single night, that we bring 150% effort every single night. That's it. Just and play our game. We'll define what our DNA is, but I can see it right now. Defend and get out on that break. We saw a small sample of that in Summer League, and that's what we want to do. We want to defend and get out on that break. I know my Showtime Lakers, that's what all we talked about. Let's get a stop so I can come down, no look to James or Byron, and see them finish. And then we wanted more. We wanted more of that, So you got to defend, you got to rebound, and get out on the break. So I think we sign these next 2 players, and then Luke takes over from there. We've done our job, and then it's his job then, and so him and his coaching staff. So, but I'm excited. I think we got the right mix and balance of players that can do different things, that can play multiple positions. That's what we wanted. Rob and I talked about making the roster was a versatile roster where guys can play multiple positions, and we have that. The whole mentality and attitude has changed around here, and we just got to keep it going. But we got the right guys in the building now, and I feel confident that we're going to have a good season, and we're just going to build, and that's what it's about. So I want to thank you guys for coming out. God has just blessed us to have such an incredible day today. KCP, his wife, his mom, his son, both sons are here. And we just look forward to the season get started. Thank you again for choosing us. Rich, thank you again. And God bless everybody.